Now, when you were in that death experience, you wrote about seeing your father.
Yes.
And having him forgive you.
Well,
Love. It was just all love, wasn't it?
Yes. So what happened is when I was on the other side and I saw my dad, and I thought that I would experience a lot of judgment, you know, having lived this lifetime of thinking that I had got everything wrong, that I was rebellious, that I'd run away from a marriage and I'd screwed up so much and I'd put my parents to shame. And so here I was, face to face with my dad, and all I experienced from him was pure, unconditional love. That was all that was emanating from him. It was like he understood me. He understood everything. It was like I was transparent. I didn't even have to use language. We were communicating just purely energetically, and so there was no room for miscommunication, and it was like I was transparent. And that's when I realized that when we cross over, we don't just leave behind our bodies, we also leave behind our gender, our culture, our beliefs, you know, and all these layers that we accumulate over this lifetime.
Was your father crossed over at that time?
Yes, he was. My father had died 10 years prior.
Wow.
And so, you know, there he had been trying to arrange a marriage for me, but at the time he died, I wasn't even married yet.
And so it was unresolved in you.
Yes.
Yeah, there's another layer of guilt.
There was another layer of guilt that, I'd never gone through a marriage, and it was my father's dream to see me married.
So this transformed you so much when you came back in. How did the tumors shrink and the cancer go away in 3 weeks?
The cancer just disappeared, and I just want to say that before I came back into my body, you know, I was given the choice, but my dad said it's not your time and you must go back and live your life fearlessly. In that moment, I actually understood that what he meant was go back and be yourself fearlessly. It was like he was gifting me something that he felt he had taken away from me, because I felt that he felt responsible for me growing up so fearfully. And so he was gifting me a second lease of life, and his message was, go back and live your life fearlessly. And so when I came back, I knew that the cancer was going to heal, and that it was going to heal very, very quickly, because I now understood that it was an accumulation of all these years of beating myself up and judging myself and living in fear. And it was just an accumulation of all this over all these years that had drained me to the point of getting cancer.